Hey guys and gals, it is Couch91, or you can call me Angela, whichever works. Today I am going to be doing a tier list video of my favorite movie franchise, The Fast and the Furious. Yeah! Woo! Everyone's hyped, right? I know I am. So, I have to say, because I have all 8 movies right in front of me right now, my favorite thing about the DVDs is like the little... Of course I pick up Tokyo Drift. The little sleeve that it comes in. I love the holographic colors that they have on those little sleeves right before you take out the DVD. So that's one thing I really love. But I'm just gonna go over my personal preference of the ratings of the movies from the first one all the way up to the 8th one and where I think they stand. So let's start with number 1. The Fast and the Furious. You gotta tell that I love this movie, right? I mean, look at the hat I'm wearing. I realize every time I watch this movie over and over, I start to understand more about it and to pick up on little details, but I love it more and more each time I watch it. I definitely have to give this movie top of the line. I think this one has to go to the S for super, but I think that one definitely has to be at the beginning right there. That's how I feel about it. I feel very strong about that. So on to the second one. Too Fast, Too Furious. I love the cover, first of all. The little sleeve. I love blue. We all know why everyone loves this movie. For the skyline. For the 10 minutes that it represents itself in the movie before it gets impounded. This one was good. This one had a decent storyline. For the time that it came out in 2003, it really did well. I'd have to give this one, I'll have to drop this one down to like an A. That's what I feel like it should be. So I'm going to put that in the A category. Tokyo Drift. Yeah, look at that little holographic cover for Tokyo. This one was great. I liked that it was a different scene. It was a different storyline, different character. And of course, you know, they brought Han into the series. I thought they did a good job explaining the whole drifting scene and the nightlife in Tokyo. I enjoyed the storyline of this one, and I thought it was really, really good. I'm gonna give this one an A for awesome. So I'm gonna put that up there. And man, that's how I feel about this movie right now. Now we got Fast and Furious, taking out the twice. For me, I felt like it was a game changer in the series because it became more serious and more into a storyline of not really like a thriller, like it became more of like suspenseful. And the street scene, you know, the racing, it wasn't about that. It was, everyone was going back about their lives, and it was just more of finding out what happened to Letty, Michelle Rodriguez. So even though it was like a turning point in the series, I feel like it was just a step down, different than what people were expecting. So this one I have to say, because I don't feel like it's up there with the other ones. So this one I feel like is, drop it down to a B. But it wasn't bad, but definitely one of my least favorite ones that I've seen. I've watched the other ones tons of times. It was just it didn't feel like a Fast and Furious film, honestly. So sorry, but that's how I feel about this one. And this one right here, Fast 5, which I know a lot of people loved. This did really well in theaters, and this was another turning point in the series, but it brought everybody back together. It was action-packed. It was good to see the old characters. And of course, you got Dwayne Johnson coming in. So 2 big guys in the movie, Vin Diesel and Dwayne Johnson. And it was just great to see just that trust and honor back in the family, and everybody working together. And if you haven't seen it, Fast 5 is definitely one of those movies you should watch. Who would have thought from 2001 to 2011 that these guys would be still making movies? But I'm gonna give this one an S, because this one, I think a lot of people really like this one a lot. So I'm gonna give this one an S, and I hope many of you will agree with me on that one. So here we have Fast and Furious 6. I'd have to consider this as a secondary to Fast 5. It was very action-packed. There was just a lot of stuff going on in the movie. It was just great. It took place in London. And yeah, I'd have to put this right next to Fast 5 up there with an S rating. If you want to get your tissues, you can. We all know why. Because of this movie. I should say, because of this guy, this handsome guy right here. So this movie did really well in the box office. I just didn't feel it was as strong as 5 and 6. So I would have to drop it down a little bit. I like that they came back to LA at some point in the movie. But I don't know, it just didn't feel as strong and fulfilling like 5 and 6 did. So I'll have to drop this down to like an A. But it was a great movie, and obviously it had a sad ending, but overall it was nice to see that they were able to finish the movie with him. As for the 8th one, Fate of the Furious, this one was different because Dom was switching sides. It just didn't feel like 5 and 6. It was very different. The storyline was different. To me, it felt like just another action movie, but I didn't feel like it was Fast and Furious. You know, Paul Walker wasn't in it. Jordana Brewster wasn't in it. So it felt really different. Felt missing. I'd have to give this one an A because although it was action-packed, it didn't seem to have that Fast and Furious vibe to it. So that's where I think it stands in my book. So I'm going to go ahead and put it right next to 7. Some of you may disagree or agree with my ratings, but this is how I see my movies, and this is where I think they stand in my book. I love them to death overall, but this is just how I think they stand in a rating system, honestly. If it was a numeric system, that'd be a little different. But obviously going from S, A, B, C, D, you can kind of tell like S is the highest. So overall, A is pretty good. And you know, despite Fast and Furious, the 4th film, that's the only one I think shouldn't be at an A level, just because I don't think it had that potential. And you know, given that it came out 2009, you know, they were trying to work with different things. They also had a different director, so I think they were trying different things out. But this is pretty much how I rate these movies, so can't wait for the 9th one to come out, as well as the 10th one. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like it, give it a like. If not, give it a dislike, comment. I'll have my social media links in the description below. And if there's anything else you need, feel free to ask me. Take care. Have a great day, guys.